This was supposed to be the Alaia and the Paipo, the two other Hawaiian ancient surfboards episode. But then I started my research, went down the Paipo rabbit hole, and I am yet to reemerge. So today, it's all about the Paipo. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. The Paipo is one of the most ancient forms of the planing totems, or surfcraft. It was a short, roughly 4 to 5 feet in length, a flat board made of wood like koa, breadfruit, or wiliwili. It was primarily ridden prone, lying on your stomach. When do you ever hear anyone use this word? Prone. You could also ride it kneeling or even standing, but more on this later. The ancient Paipo was a high-speed, low-drag, and finless. It was designed purely for planing across waves, not for floating or paddling like a surfboard. Because of its close to the water feel, it offered what someone would describe as wave intimacy. You can't make this stuff up. Depending whose historical site you're going to take, the boards were ridden in ancient Hawaii only by children, or both, kids and adults. In ancient Hawaii, Paipos were a part of a four-board system: olo, kiko, Alaia, and Paipo, used by everyone, royalty and commoners alike, unlike the olo. As for what the name actually meant, the meaning evolved, beginning with papali ili, meaning small board, to Paipo, which means literally head first. You all know that we kind of lost surfing for about 100 years because the missionaries, but in Waikiki, in the 1920s through to the 1960s, Paipo riding became a thing again. Interestingly enough, wooden belly boards, Paipos, also became common in Cornwall in the UK and Muizenberg in South Africa, where Agatha Christie discovered surfing by the mid-20th century. Now, back to Hawaii. Beach boys surfed plywood Paipos at the Kuhio beach groin, known locally as the Wall. Standing up on the Paipo was considered the ultimate achievement. And Hawaiian surfers like Valentine Val Cheng mastered riding the Paipo board standing up in the 50s. And he was not alone. Some of the most influential surfers of the 20th century were Paipo riders, including Albert Rabbit Kekai, one of the original innovators of modern surfing, taught by the Duke himself, or Wally Frosteth, who effectively invented the first big wave surfboard. He also built the first fiberglass Paipo. Not to mention Eddie and Clyde Aikau, but these two really deserve their own episode. And there were plenty more surfers who used the Paipos. Honestly, I had no idea there was such a thing as the modern Paipo movement. The Paipos were relegated to obscurity by foam bodyboards in the 1970s. Historians do call the Paipos the great-grandfather of the Maury boogie board. Tom Maury is the dude who invented boogie boarding. But in the UK, traditional bellyboarding based on the Paipo never fully died. Beaches in Cornwall still host the annual World Belly Board Championships. In Hawaii and California, some surfers continue to ride Paipos using modern tweaks like small fins or straps for control. The Paipo, unlike the Alaia, more on this later, has not gone fully away. Alfred Solomon, a cousin of Bill Sprout, a revered Hawaiian figure, owned two small concave boards, about 1/4 inch thick by 1 foot by 3 feet, made of wiliwili. And according to him, they were used for spying in Hawaii. He wrote, "The spies selected a night with rough seas and then surfed in to gather information about various activities. The boards were easily concealed. I heard this from the old people, and they said that's why the boards were called Paipo, night landing. If you want to try a Paipo, you can buy one from Hawaii Paipo Designs for about $600. Or how about a wooden Paipo? Wagner has a fish Paipo on sale for $400. Tempting if this means never having to pop up, and you could still get barreled. And that's all for today. Check out the Waipai Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories, and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Waipai Weekly.